Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube audience, this is Daniel Drepsky as your guide and your cameraman for Christmas and New Year's update video for January 4th, 2022. This is the first video of the year. Yep. Let's hope it's going to be a better year. Better than like last year or the year before when we're stuck in this mess of the COVID-19. And these are the VHSs and these are the other stuff I got for Christmas. For myself and for my parents. And I go to the thrift stores and flea markets. Some of it I bought from eBay in the past. So the last time we did like the updated Christmas and New Year's video, we did it on January 3rd, 2021. But it was the biggie, but it took like a little long time to get it done. Yep. And I see we got VCRs over there. We'll get to that much later. Doesn't matter how much. I don't care how long it takes. But hey, I'm just going to have like a wonderful time, like going through the highlights. Right now, the weather out there is about in the mid-upper 20s at night. And, January gets cold. And, last month we had like a good month of December, which was very, very warm. But now it's getting the colder. Yep. Now, let's hope this thing with 2022 is going to be better. With the pandemic is dying out, but it's not dying out, but it's still getting worse. Incidentally, it's going to have to be some parts of this, for this updated video, but it takes some time to get it done, but hey. But let's get the show on the road of my things I got for this past Christmas and New Year's. Okay. Let's start with one of my VHS tapes I just got from a thrift store or from flea markets. Let's start with this unopened VHS tape I got is the Disney's The Little Mermaid, the 1998 Disney's Masterpiece Edition, and somebody must have covered it up. And I don't need this, I already have the 1990 original release of like the Little Mermaid. On the top of the 1990 box packaging has the gold shape of a penis in there, like the sharp edge. I don't think it's that issue, but they might think it is. And here's the Random House Home Video release of Dr. Seuss's The Cat in the Hat Gets Grinched. It was made in 1982. The voice by Mason Adams' Cat in the Hat, and Grinched was played by the voice actor Bob Holt. This is the 1992 release of Random House Home Video. Originally it came out on VHS and Beta back in 1985 for the Playhouse Videos Dr. Seuss Double Feature Specials series. Then it was a single specials when it was reissued in the late 80s. Show you what this tape looks like. It has the Dr. Seuss Specials Collection promo at the end of this Random House Home Video release. It doesn't have a test pattern. Next one I got here is the Berenstain Bears Christmas Tree, Nelson Entertainment release. And originally this tape came out back in 1984 by Embassy Home Entertainment's Children's Treasures. This is the 1987 reissue. And sadly, I'm trying to find the 1984 original. I might have to keep this for like a little while till I find the original. I've been looking for original for almost a year. But someday soon I'll find it. There's a pretty good Berenstain Bears special that was made in 1979. It's about when Papa Bear has to go look for a Christmas tree for a last minute. And he learns a true meaning about Christmas. Christmas is a time for giving. It isn't for getting. And here's a Holy Grail VHS I got from eBay. Mapletown's A Baby Comes to Mapletown, a 1988 release from Family Home Entertainment, comes with the other episode, When Children Must Be Grown-Ups. I'll show you what this tape looks like. This tape was printed on January 19, 1989. And it has the previews of the Pound Puppies and the Mapletown right on this tape. Recorded it on SP, not the EP. God, I love Mapletown. Just like with the old He-Man. The next tapes I got here is the 1973's Benji, the original Benji. Originally it came out back in the early 80s on VHS from Vestron Video. However, this is the 1980. That's got to be from 1984 from Vestron Video. I think it was in 85. Show you what this tape looks like. Yep. This is just the 1984 reissue of the original Benji. It came out back in 1982 from one of the early Vestron Video titles. Next one we got here is the 1985's D.a.r.y.l. It's about this young boy who has a brain as a computer until the government wanted D.a.r.y.l. for using him for secret formulas for the Mutineer War, but the professor has to keep D.a.r.y.l. safe from the government. Yep. And this is the 1985 release from Paramount Gulf Western Company and Paramount Home Video. I'll show you what this tape looks like. A vertical sticker label. This is an ex-rental tape. Printed on the 50th week of 1985. The same time when White Christmas came to home video. And now I got here a Holy Grail VHS release of the 1967 musical of Camelot. It was released from Warner Home Video in 1981. And it comes with 2 tapes. Has the cast. Here's like these 2 tapes I just got. They look like an exact duplicate as the Night at the Movies series came out in the early 80s of Warner Home Video. Here's Part 1. And here's Part 2. Camelot was made for Warner Bros. 7 Arts in 1967. And all I know, after this released in 1981, the same time was out on Betamax, it was reissued in 1983 in the Warner Home Video clamshell. This is pretty rare, and it's hard to find. And I love Camelot, based on like King Arthur. Now, I got the next one. It's exactly hard to find. Take This Job and Shove It with Robert Hayes from the original Airplane, Barbara Hershey, Eddie Albert, and Art Carney. It was made from Embassy Pictures in 1981. And this is on VHS in the 1986 release from Embassy Home Entertainment. Originally, Take This Job and Shove It came out on VHS and Beta was 1981, back in the days when Magnetic Video Corporation did first release of Take This Job and Shove It. Pretty good movie. Next one we got here is the 1986 wacky comedy of Ruthless People. The one who made the Naked Gun movies and Airplane, the Zucker brothers. This stars with Danny DeVito, Bette Midler, George Reinhold, and Helen Slater. It also has Art Evans in there too. Yep, on this tape has the previews for The Color of Money and Tough Guys. And this tape was printed on January 30th, 1987, and it has the Deftone at the end of this copy of Ruthless People. We got here a Holy Grail VHS of Winner of the 7 Academy Awards of the 1944 classic Going My Way, with Bing Crosby, Beres Fitzgerald, Racer Stevens, and Frank McHugh. Featuring the song called Swinging on the Star, 1981 original box packaging from MCA Video Cassette Inc. Same time as Outward Holiday Inn. And it was directed by Leo McCarey. And this film followed a year later in the 1945's The Bells of St. Mary's. Bing Crosby co-stars with Ingmar Bergman and Henry Travis, the one who plays Clarence the Angel in It's a Wonderful Life. I'll show you what this tape looks like. 1984 reprint from MCA Home Video. It's a pretty good copy. Too bad this is not an Alfred Hitchcock movie. I wish it was. Think about Psycho, Vertigo, and even Rear Window. Now we got here one of the previous tapes I showed you from my updated videos in the past. It is the John Landis comedy of Into the Night. It has Jeff Goldblum, Michelle Pfeiffer, and also has Richard Farnsworth, Vanderbilt Miles, and Dan Aykroyd. And when you watch the movie carefully, guess who was talking on the telephone inside of that hotel? It was Jim Henson made a brief cameo appearance in this movie. This is released on VHS around mid-late 1985 by MCA Home Video. And I saw the preview of Into the Night on the end of the 1989 VHS of the Midnight Run. This is the next rental of Into the Night. It's a pretty good movie from 1985. We got some more VHS tapes. Here's the 1986 reissue of the Chinatown, part of the Paramount's 75th anniversary series of the Special Collector's Series of the movies that Paramount made when they marked the 75th anniversary in 1987. Originally, Chinatown first came out on VHS was back in 1979. Then it was reissued in 1983. This is 1986. The stars with Jack Nicholson and Faye Dunaway. Co-stars with Burt Young and John Huston. I Say I Want the Truth. I Say I Want the Truth. This is the 1986 reissue from Paramount. And this movie did a sequel in the 1989's Jack Trades, also with Jack Nicholson and May Tilly. Here's a vertical sticker label, originally came out in 1979. And here's the 1986 end label reprint. And this tape was printed on November 1st, 1986. This tape was printed on the 46th week of 1986. Chinatown's a pretty good movie in 1974. Year before Jack Nicholson did One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And here's Roger Moore as James Bond in Octopussy. That doesn't star with Sean Connery. Sean Connery ones were better. Co-stars with Louise Jordan, the one from Gigi. And this is the mid-84 release from CBS Fox Video. And I have this in Betamax, made in 1983. And here's a vertical sticker label. It's a 1985 reprint. This is just an X rental. Now we got here one of the great films of 1953. That is, which received 8 Academy Awards from Here the Eternity. I showed you for my other previous update video I made you back in March or April of last year. That stars were Burt Lancaster, Montgomery, Clift, Frank Sinatra, and Donna Reed. Columbia Pictures released this in 1953. This is an early 1987 original release of this film by RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video. And the best moment in the movie when they doing like that romantic thing right on the beach, yeah. Burt Lancaster does it when he's sexy. As for me, I almost drowned. That's the Bob Hope's quote from Private Navy of Sergeant O'Farrell in 1968. Here's the early sticker label print. Yep, printed it on the 13th week of 1987. Same time as out with the Bob Hope movies on VHS, like Lemon Drop Kid, Son of Paleface, and Seven Little Boys. Hold on, I gotta put this tape back in there. We got more VHS tapes coming your way. The next one we got here is... what's this movie called? Fwadley's Vacation. It was made in 1985 when it stars with Stephen Jeff Goffrey. Also has John Vernon, the one from Animal House. This is a pretty good movie. I used to have this on VHS back in New York when it was like Macrovision. This is the 85 original from New World Video. I'll show you what this tape looks like. Yep. This is a pretty good copy. This is the next rental. Yeah. Next one we got here is Flowers in the Attic. It was made in 1986 or 87. That stars with Victoria Tamarant, the one from All of Me with Steve Martin in 1984. Christy Swanson from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Job Adams from Goonies, and Louise Fletcher from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. This is from New World Video in 1987 release. And I know this tape has a Deftone at the end. God, I love these New World Video series. Doesn't have, this is not a rental tape, of which it was. And I used to have the screening tape version of Flowers in the Attic when I lived in New York. And here's like the later John Wayne films of his career that he stars with Kirk Douglas in The War Wagon, made 1967. This is on VHS from late 1983 from MCA Home Video and MCA Video Cassette Inc. Yep, it seems like a good movie. And I used to have this on VHS back in New York, the original, till that tape had water damage. Here's the orange tag. Yep. This is the 1986 sticker label. This tape was printed on the 11th week of 1988. However, this tape was in Macrovision. Originally, this tape came out from MCA Video Cassette Inc. around mid-83 when they showed that logo on there. But this copy doesn't have that. It has the actual MCA Home Video logo. Now I got here a Holy Grail VHS of The Great Gleason. I showed you that earlier from my other updated video, which was back in the summer of last year. And you know, The Great Gleason is about when they pay tribute to the great Jackie Gleason, when they show some clips with some The Lost Honeymooners episodes, and some skits like Jackie Gleason does, like The Poor Soul, Joe the Bartender, Woody the Repairman, and Reggie Van Gleason. This tape is a 1987 release from MPI Home Video, and humma, Ed Norton. Here's a vertical sticker label and has the FBI warning screen at the beginning. But my other Lost Honeymooners VHS tapes I had the originals and the reprints with the warning screen at the end. Now I got here Charlie Sheen in 3 for the Road. It was made from Visa Home Video release. And I showed you that previously from my other previous update videos. This is the 1987 release. Yep. Show you what this tape looks like. Yep. Printed it on October 14th, 1987. We got plenty more with the VHS tapes. Next one I got here is another Dr. Seuss VHS like Dr. Seuss beginner book video series like the ABCs. It was originally released in 1989. However, this is a reprint from the early 90s. Comes with another Dr. Seuss stories right on this tape. I can read with my eyes shut, and Mr. Brown can moo, can you? Show you what this sticker label looks like. I used to have one of the Dr. Seuss beginner book video series. I used to have like Cat in the Hat Comes Back and Hop on Pop. And I got here a Holy Grail VHS I bought on eBay recently. That is Beanie and Cecil Volume 12. And previously I have 11 previous Beanie and Cecil volumes that came out from 1984 to 1986 by RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video. But in the future, I'm trying to get the 13th final Beanie and Cecil volume on VHS. That is hard to find. They only had 6 episodes on there. Mad Idol of Manhattan. Hair Curls and the Golden Fleetions. Then the Hammy Award. Cherry Beanie. Nana Ha, and Singing Swinging Sea Serpent when they play in baseball. Show you what this tape looks like. This is a Magic Window at RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video. Here's a sticker label what it looks like. This tape was printed on the first week of 1987. Now I got here a little New World video release of the Little People video of the favorite songs. And you know, every cassette comes with the activity books from like these Little People video series. This is released in 1988. Yep. I used to have like the rhyming one on VHS, and I was putting that right on eBay. Here's what a tape looks like, and here's the barcode on the right side, and also doesn't have a print date on it. Next one we got here is Leonard 6. Leonard Part 6. It has starring with Bill Cosby and Joe Don Baker co-starred in it. Yep, this is when Bill Cosby was just a good black comedian until nowadays. He went to jail for raping some kid, and now he's probably too old to do show business. This is a 1988 release from RCA Columbia Pictures Home Video, and it has a preview of Punchline right on this tape. Show you what this tape looks like. This tape was printed on the 25th week of 1988. And this is the Holy Grail VHS I just found. Next one we got here is Bette Midler and Stella. That was like the remake of the 1937 Stella Dallas with Barbara Stanwyck and Anne Shirley. Thumbs up. And this is an ex-rental VHS. Also co-stars with John Goodman and Marcia Mason. This is from Touchstone in the early 90s release. And there's the sticker label. It's falling apart. This tape was printed on On July 20th, 1990. This is the next rental. But if I were you, just stick with the original Stella, like Stella Dallas, with Barbara Stanwyck and Anne Shirley, John Bowes, and Alan Hale. And here's another Holy Grail VHS, like the best sub-comedy re-relief. Has one of the great comedians that are in there during the 1980s with Billy Crystal, Whoopi Goldberg, Robin Williams, Bobcat Goldthwait, Sid Caesar, Steve Allen, Bob Hope, and many more. And this is from Carl Limar home video release. Yep, this is like during this promotion thing, like helping the hungry people. And this is a 1986 release, and I'll show you what the gate opening looks like. There's Jerry Lewis, Whoopi Goldberg, John Candy, Harold Ramis with Martin Short, George Carlin, Harry Mandel, and Sid Caesar and Carl Reiner from the days of Your Shows of Shows. Also, sadly doesn't have no E. Jean Coco. Yep. Show you what this tape looks like. This tape was printed it on April 27th, 1988. This is hard to find. Now I got here, Tim Conway stars in Dwarf Scout Bible. This is the second volume of the series. I'm going to try to find like the first volume. It was released in J2 Communications on VHS in 1989. I love it. It adds 30 Strikes to My Game by Johnny Carson. Hold on. I think I got the problem with the tapes right now. Sorry about that. I have to fix it right away. Sorry about that. I had to fix my previous tapes I showed you from earlier from this part. This is an ex-rental. I don't see any print date on it. This is only a 36-minute video. And before we close this first part, and here's the last one for the first part, that is a Christmas program of the Judy Garland's Christmas special with the guest stars like Liza Minnelli, Laura and Joey Loff, Jack Jones, and Mel Tone. And this is on VHS in 1990. It's gotta be from Michael Sidney's company. Probably from Largo Productions. And this tape was printed on December 31st, 1990, right on New Year's Eve. This is when Judy Garland was doing some Christmas specials, even singing Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. So that ends with the first part of this updated video for Christmas and New Year's. I'll see you for the second part, and try to subscribe if you liked the video or not. Bye.